Hey guys, and welcome back to the second week of 1955. This is, of course, the Cavalier Family Show or podcast, however you want to call us. We're here to discuss, of course, the top 5 cartoons of 1955 and help better educate you guys as we go on a learning experience as ourselves. Of course, as always, we want to thank Justin Dye, who's done many of the musical elements, who, as far as Cavalier Family goes, he does have a new album coming out for To the Stars We Return, as well as Kevin Holmes, who does a lot of the outro and intro videos. And then, of course, researcher Stephen Dawson, who's done some research in the past. However, our researcher for this week is Mr. Kevin, which, of course, you can see him below. But as far as that goes, of course, we do have the new little dad jokes video that we have on YouTube. And we can't push you guys enough or suggest to you guys enough as far as the merchandise store down below. The link is down below because all products that are sold, of course, benefits us in a manner. It might not be a lot, but it's still the exposure. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and take it to the gentleman to my right, your guys' left. Ro.
Oh, me?
How you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Not much. I've been on a tattoo run lately, so I'm working on a tattoo piece. I took the whole tribal concept and I'm making it into a royal concept since my middle name is King. So.
Oh, okay. I like that. Fair enough.
Okay. What do you have done so far?
I would have to take my shirt off, then you guys would get jealous, but we're not going to do that.
I second you taking your shirt off, bro. So I can feel really freaking terrible about myself. If you could just do that.
A little bit of motivation there.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to need it.
And you guys hear him. You guys love him. We have Kevin.
Oh, that's
down
me.
below.
Yeah, actually, it's funny that you talk about the tattoo because my wife is working on getting her half sleeve done herself. The place down in Orlando, actually at City Walk, Hart and Huntington or whatever it is, you might be familiar with. Is that what it's called?
The one on City Walk?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Super expensive, but I guess it's really good. So I mean, it's like a $5,000 tattoo because my wife is a therapist, so she's actually getting all the characters from Inside Out, all the emotions.
Oh, nice.
On her arm. So yeah, in a watercolor mark. So I gotta work on flipping the bill for that. So that's gonna be nice. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
And with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump back to 1955.
Back in time.
As you guys already know, this is the second week. As Ro is, if you guys are watching us, Ro is making us dizzy, of course, flipping the camera inside out, as well as upside down, topsy-turvy, however you want to discuss it. It's making me sick. But regardless, before I throw up, we are going to discuss the top 5 cartoons. Now, it looks like the list comes from Wikipedia. And yes, we know Wikipedia, everybody creates, puts their own thing on there. They always put their own spin. It can be edited. Actually, fun fact, there are 3 versions of, I guess, an editor that you can put on there, all the way to the point where only a single person can actually edit it. And they have to be, what's the term I'm looking for? They have to be authenticated. Because a lot of the politicians, a lot of the higher ups there, they actually don't have anybody who can edit it, as it is just one specific person or multiple persons. But again, they're credited. So let's throw some little solidarity. And
I did cross-reference a lot here, so I made sure we were where it needed to be because I hear you.
That's okay. Going back from a lot of the previous episodes, some of the stuff that I've researched, that Steven researched, it comes from Wikipedia. There's just no way around it, especially when it comes to the older stuff. You just can't find anything.
Miserable.
So no matter what the information is, we're just grateful that we have it to provide it. It may be a little wrong, which is no fault to, of course, Kevin, myself, or Steven, as it is more so of the people who think it's funny to put down that Bugs Bunny was a real person. So
wait, he wasn't?
Oh, Kevin.
Oh no. My life is a lie. Oh God.
So first up, we actually have the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which I'm assuming is Clubhouse.
No, it is
Mickey
just
Mouse
Mickey
Club?
Mouse Club. Okay, so before we even get started into that, let me just tell you, Mickey Mouse Club. There was Mickey Mouse Club. There was Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. There was Mickey Mouse Club, and then Clubhouse, and then there was Mickey Mouse Playhouse. There was all kinds going from 1955 all the way to 2016. And they had rebranded this so many times, but this is actually the original Mickey Mouse Club house or Playhouse that you would know of today. Mickey Mouse Club is the actual original.
Okay.
Yes.
So good. Little fun fact there. So Mickey Mouse Club starred on ABC, which is funny because a couple of decades later, Disney buys ABC. It went from 1955 to 1958. Scored 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. Creators was,
of course it did.
Of course, right?
Conspiracy theorist here.
The creators was Hal Adelquist and Walt Disney himself. Mickey Mouse hosts a youth-oriented variety show featuring the Mouseketeers. Starred Jimmy Donn, Darlene Gillespie, Sharon Baird, Bobby Burgess, Doreen Tracy, Karen Pendleton. Some of those actual stars of the show I do know have passed away recently within the past decade. Mickey Mouse is the host of this variety show with a club attended by a variety of kids and being the Mouseketeers. The usual content includes in-studio comedy and musical acts by those kids, classic as well as original cartoons and dramatic serials like Spin and Marty and the Hardy Boys. Now, the fun fact about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which of course was branched off of this, as Kevin has just said.
The Hardy Boys were on Mickey Mouse Club.
No, they did like a skit, the Hardy Boys. So the information on the original Mickey Mouse Club was very far in between. It was really hard to piece it all together. So I did not look into that specifically, but from what I gathered is essentially, the Hardy Boys have been around for how long? A really long time, like the series itself or whatever. So what they did was they did a skit with the Mouseketeers within the Mickey Mouse Club. I don't know, man. I was Nickelodeon guy, so I don't know.
The fact that you explained that joke was hilarious.
We were telling a joke.
I was talking about the Hardy Boys, the wrestlers, WWE.
Okay. You see, I got really insecure about my research all of a sudden, so I have to explain myself.
I was like, bro. Okay.
I saw you smiling at me the whole time. I was like, why is he smiling at me? Why is he? He's got something to say. Fair enough.
Ro over here just doing this.
Okay, I'm an asshole.
That's all right. It makes sense. I got you.
I thought Todd would have got it, but he just stayed silent. So,
well, the Hardy Boys is a thing, though. But so I didn't know if you were which one you were referencing.
Yeah, man. I'm not the only one.
1957. I barely know anything that happened in 1957. That wasn't a good year for me.
Dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine if Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy have been wrestling since 1955? It'd be worse than Ric Flair is right now, right? 70 years old wrestling. Man. The whole delete thing, they would be deleted from the face of the earth.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have made it. They would have only shot them from the top of the eyes up, so they couldn't get their swiveling hips going on, and everything like that.
Hey, but Ric Flair
throwback to Elvis
was very popular. Just to say,
that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
He's really popular in the rap community, the hip hop community, I would say.
So number 2 was Mighty Mouse Playhouse. CBS ran from 1955 to 1967. IMDb score 6.7 out of 10. Distribution was Terry Toons Company. Never heard of them. Do you have any random fun facts about that?
After Mighty Mouse was done, they disbanded as a company.
Oh.
But they are the ones that kept Mighty Mouse running, and the reason why Mighty Mouse was so popular as it is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It starred Tom Morrison and Carol Lawrence. It's about American television anthology series featuring animated short films starring Mighty Mouse. There you go. The series was credited with popularizing the Mighty Mouse character in popular culture far beyond that what the original film shorts had done. Mighty Mouse was not extraordinarily popular in theatrical cartoons, but was still Terry Toon's most popular character.
So, Terry Toons, I love it every time I read it about a week ago and I had this done. I just started laughing. I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this. I don't know. No, they had Mighty Mouse and they just kept them going for as long as they could. That's all they hung on to.
So really, they just ran them to the ground, basically.
They did, but you know what? You know who Mighty Mouse is, right?
I do.
Oh, then they're the reason. If it wasn't for them continuously hammering it home, you would never know. Ro, do you know who Mighty Mouse is? Come on, Ro. He was a wrestler. You know?
Yeah. That was funny that I said nothing and you were like, hold on, Ro is too quiet.
Yeah, I know. He was just looking at me like this, just like
I was like, please don't say nothing. Please don't say nothing.
Fair enough, man.
Oh,
this time period's rough.
Yeah.
Well, number 3 is Captain Kangaroo. CBS went from 1955 to 1990. Holy shit. 1955 to 1992. IMDb of 8.0 out of 10. The creator Bob Claver, from the Partridge Family. It was a daily children's program hosted by Captain Kangaroo, who was played by Robert Kishan. Starred Robert Kish.
It's Keyshawn. You
Thank
got it
you.
Right.
Hugh
Right.
Branham and the
Anals.
In the annals of television, few children's programs ever made as much impact as the show, hosted by Robert Keyshawn from the Treasure House. The captain was so named because he always wore an overcoat with large kangaroo-like pouches. Each show featured stories, skits, vaudeville, acts, songs, games, and other educational activities. Captain Kangaroo friends were Mr. Green Jeans, who also brought an animal to the show, Dennis, an apprentice handyman and do-it-all person, and Mr. Moose and Bunny Rabbit. Bunny was always mute, but made his point ever so cleverly.
I heard that, by the way. The Mr. Moose.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mr. Moose always tricked the captain into allowing him to stand under a shower of ping pong balls. Although not a traditional cartoon, Captain Kangaroo goes down as one of the more informative TV programs for children for almost 4 decades.
Entertainment was very cheap back then. Ping pong ball showers. That's all we had.
I can't get over the bunny was always mute.
Yeah, but he was always able to get his. So I ended up watching a program, and he always was able to get his point across. Essentially, from this by his facial expressions and by like guiding somebody to where he needed to be.
So he was the original Silent Bob.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. That's fair enough. Yeah. Until he blows up at the end of each episode with something that he has to say.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where he comes out with the logistical speaking.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Yeah. It was a weird show though. The fact that it ran for almost 4 decades is crazy.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Like I said, I was not expecting it to go all the way to 1992.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that was like an earlier 80s show type aspect. All right. Well, number 4 was The Lady and the Tramp. It was Walt Disney Company. IMDb 7.3 out of 10. And yes, that is a cartoon, not the actual movie. Writers were Ward Green, Erdman Penner, and Joe Rinaldi. It's about the romantic tale of a sheltered uptown Cocker Spaniel dog and a streetwise downtown mutt. Starred Barbara Luddy as Lady and Larry Roberts as Tramp. Lady, a golden Cocker Spaniel, meets up with a mongrel dog who calls himself the Tramp. He is obviously from the wrong side of town, but happenings at Lady's home make her decide to travel with him for a while. This turns out to be a bad move, as no dog is above the law. Now,
Ooh.
this is no different from my understanding is as far as the TV shows that we got from other movies. Though I'm not sure which came first, Lady and the Tramp, the movie or TV show, but if it's anything like the previous ones, like how Toy Story came out, then we got the Buzz Lightyear cartoon, or Tarzan came out, and then we got the Tarzan series, and so on and so forth. So that's what I think this is.
I think so too. Listen, man, I was having a hard time. Okay. I honestly, I don't know that. I'm gonna be full disclosure on that one. I don't know. In fact, I didn't even know there was a difference. So I might have messed up on that one.
I don't know.
Maybe I didn't. I'm pretty confident.
Well, we'll take your confidence.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, is that real?
I said we believe in you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Are you okay?
Doing a quick research on this. So, no, the Lady and the Tramp TV show was actually in 2001, I believe, that they came out with. But this was the cartoon, and I might have misrepresented myself on. I went with cartoon, even though it's still a movie, but it's still a cartoon movie.
So we'll take it. We'll take it.
So sorry.
It's all good. Number 5 was Deputy Droopy by MGM, IMDb of 7.5 out of 10. Writer Heck Allen, director Tex Avery. In all honesty, I didn't know that was actually a real person, Tex Avery. I thought it was just a fake individual.
Yeah, because you would always hear him on the cartoons, next time was the Tex Avery and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he actually did a lot of voices for a lot of these cartoons and helped direct and write a lot of these cartoons. Yeah.
Wow. Well, according to the information that you found, Deputy Droopy, this was the last cartoon directed by Avery for MGM. It's about a jailhouse attempting safe and a sleeping sheriff. Can the two villains make off with the loot without waking him up? Not if Deputy Droopy, who is a patrol guarding the safe, has his way. Much of his cartoon is a remake of Rockabye Bear from 1952. It starred Bill Thompson, Tex Avery, Dawes Butler. While the voice of Droopy Dog was usually provided by Bill Thompson, he did not do so for this cartoon. Instead, as a favor, he let Tex Avery have this role, as this was Avery's final cartoon highlighting Droopy, the first of the 2 animation shorts Tex Avery co-directed along with Michael Law. As he was in process of returning to Walter Lantz Studios, where his animation career had started, Droopy Dog spoke only 3 short lines. "Yes, sir, Mr. Sheriff," was said twice, and "Well, boys, don't look at me," to the jailed criminals. That was my interpretation of Droopy Dog, or Deputy Droopy, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty good. I'm gonna go with it.
If I'm not mistaken, he was the blue dog with the droopy ears, right?
No, he's a white dog.
No, he's a white dog. Black Droopy.
See, he knows. He knows. Who's a blue dog?
Never seen him.
You're talking about Blue's Clues
Blue
now?
Clues?
No.
What's going on here?
No, it's the maybe I'm thinking of Hanna-Barbera.
You might be.
Ooh.
So Droopy had the droopy eyes. He's a basset hound. You've
Yeah.
seen him in a lot of other cartoons too, especially with like Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. And he would always show up. He was never like a starring role in any cartoon, but he always would show up.
There.
He played a bellboy one time, and all he would say as they would go up and down on the elevators, "Your floor, sir." That's all he would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
So
blue.
so I thought he was blue, but I was mixing his color with No, it's not Muttley, because Muttley was the dog to the villainous Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, Dick Dastardly.
Yeah. The blue dog, that is going to be Huckleberry Hound.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Not Droopy.
No, not Droopy. No. All right. And so with that actually brings us to the end of the top 5 cartoons. If you guys like this, if you like other content, go ahead and subscribe below. Follow us on all social platforms, and we'll see you guys next week.